Hello, everybody, and welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Sponsored by Buffalo Hotel Supply, Key Video Productions, and Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. I'm Russ Salvatore.
And I'm Jan Farrington, and our show is all about introducing you to some of the area's best restaurant treasures. We'll meet their chefs who will prepare those same mouth-watering signature dishes you find in their restaurants, and you'll learn some of their trade secrets to making them on your own.
And Jan, our first stop is Molinaro's in Lockport.
And you know, Russ, I'm a Lockport girl. I love Molinaro's because they are home to the world-famous stuffed hot pepper roll. It is out of this world.
I can tell you've been patronizing them, Jan. You did put on about 40 pounds, didn't you? You look great, though. I'm only kidding you, Jan. You look great. Molinaro's food was not fattening, right?
No calories at all. You know what, though? Viewers, you have time to go and get your order to Molinaro's, and you can pick it up and take it home for the big game. They have soups, salads, specialty pizzas. In fact, Chef Michael's dad goes in at 4 a.m. every morning to make the pizza dough. How's that for dedication? It's a great family business, and I love their bakery, too. I could just go on and on and on, but you know what? We've got work to do.
Well, let's shoot over to Art and Michael.
I'm here with Mike Molinaro, and we're going to be preparing one of his favorite dishes at his restaurant. This is going to be the stuffed peppers with pizza dough.
Correct.
Oh, man, this is the award winner that you had, I understand.
World famous.
I can't wait to get started. Why don't you tell us a little bit about exactly what's in this thing?
What we basically do is we clean out the pepper and we make our stuffing, which is a buffalo chicken, which is the chicken, the breadcrumb, hot sauce, crumbly blue cheese, stuff like that. We also do one with the sausage stuffing. That's a secret. I can't really tell you about that.
So they got to go to the restaurant to get that one. So if they go to the restaurant, you'll sneak over to the table and you might tell them about it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, if they're lucky. And then what we do from there is we basically get our pizza dough. And
this is all homemade, fresh
all
stretch
homemade
stuff.
dough. Every morning my father and I make the dough together. You're going to get your pizza dough, pull it out. You're going to put it in some flour. All right, we'll put them on both sides. We'll flour them on both sides. We'll bring it down, put a little more flour underneath you here.
Okay.
Just so your workstation doesn't stick, right?
Okay.
And there's a couple different ways you can do it, but this is the way that I do it. I cut it in 4, okay? And otherwise, at home, you can get a rolling pin and you can roll it out. You want a nice consistency. Not too thick at all, because it has to bake through. So basically, you're going to grab your dough. You're going to start stretching little by little. You know, work it all the way around, nice and slow. There's no need to rush.
And that's exactly how you make it in the restaurant?
This is how we make it at the restaurant, just like this. We'll put it down. We'll put our pepper inside. Right
it's
here,
already
like
pre-done, not cooked or anything, ready
not
to go.
cooked, right, correct. I cut a little bit of the edge off, okay? And basically what we do is we just wrap it. We'll wrap it like this, and we'll come around and just keep going.
Almost like a stuffed pepper calzone, huh?
That's it, exactly. And then we'll just seal it up nice and like that, okay?
All right.
The end, you can see you can either seal it or you can leave it open like that. I choose to leave it open because a lot of times the stuff will come out after it's baking and it looks really nice like that. So that's our stuffed hot pepper roll right there with our buffalo chicken.
Okay.
We're gonna flour it.
So we flour it.
And we'll put this right on there like that.
Okay, good.
Well, we'll finish up and we'll do these here. I'll do a couple for you, Art, if you'd like, and you can
sure.
You can roll one.
All right.
That's the hit at the Italian Fest on Hurdle every year.
This is the one you
Sausage
serve, huh?
stuffed hot banana pepper.
Is that where I always see the lines from, huh?
That's it. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Seal it up.
I guess I need more practice on this, huh?
A little bit. That's okay. You can set your temperature on the oven at 450. It should cook for about 10 minutes. Now we finish it up with a little buttered garlic.
So all that is just butter and a little garlic.
And a little bit of oregano.
A little oregano.
It gives it that little extra zap. All right, so we will put that on there.
You just brush it on.
Brush it on. You know, we're Italian, so we always like more.
More is always better than less, right?
More is always better than less.
Yep. Now you can get this for lunch, for dinner.
Lunch, dinner.
You do catering?
Catering, absolutely. We do a lot of catering parties.
And everything's made in-house. You
Everything's
make your homemade
made
cookies.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to wait for a holiday to buy gucciardati's and cicciolanis or anything.
We're baking on a daily basis. It's like a little taste of Italy. You know, you get all that homemade, real, true Italian food.
Oh my God, Mike, this is absolutely unbelievable.
Thank you, Art. If you like that and you enjoy that, we have many more dishes in Lockport at Molinaro's, 90 Walnut Street, including homemade Italian pastries, pastas, pizzas, anything that a family would enjoy, we have. So come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all.
Coming up, check out what's sizzling on the gridiron. You're watching Come Dine With Me, Western New York.
We have new information on the most wanted sandwiches in Western New York.
I'll make this brief. These sandwiches were last seen at Marco's Italian Deli. Be on the lookout for Nikki Whispers. Big, beefy, surprisingly sweet. Maria Gumati, a spicy little number. Everyone wants to get their hands on. And the Underboss, notorious and nearly impossible to knock off. If you see these sandwiches, do not, I repeat, do not apprehend them alone. They are extremely tasty. No further questions at this time. Thank you.
Public needs to know.
Beautiful design starts with Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Let us transform your kitchen or bath into the dream room you desire. Whatever your style and taste, Artisan Kitchens and Baths can design and install your vision to perfection. Our design team will work within your budget to give you quality at affordable prices. Update your home with Artisan Kitchens and Baths, 200 Amherst Street, Buffalo.
And there's more information at
Hey,
97rock.com.
Jigster, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers up next.
Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
Hello, today I have one of my favorite recipes that I'm so looking forward to sharing with you, escovitch. This is one of my dishes that I experienced when I lived down in Jamaica. I also have a favor to ask of you. I would like to ask that you pass this on. That's the new Jamie Oliver Revolution. And if you pass it on to a friend and they pass it on to the friend, my goodness, we can get the whole world cooking. So let's get going. Okay, I've got fresh halibut here today. I wish I was in the islands and had my grouper and my snapper. I always season with fresh lemon juice. That's a starter, and you can use that with anything. You could use that with beef, chicken, pork, if you're watching your sodium. So we got some nice kosher salt. I use a little fresh ground black pepper, and let's get this cooking. I want to show you how easy it is to do. I got a little bit of oil in my pan. I'm just going to lightly dredge my fresh halibut and a bit of flour. If you're celiac, you're more than welcome to just skip this step. It's not necessary to thicken the sauce or anything like that. Okay, let's dredge that. Lightly dredge. We're not making fried chicken here. There we go. And we're going to brown that up. And when you're cooking, and you're cooking with gas or electric, whatever it is, make sure your pan is good and hot when you put your fish in there. I want to hear the sizzle of the pan. I always put a little butter in mine with my oil. There we go. Not only flavor, but color. Okay, we should have a nice golden brown on that. Oh, that's a nice brown. So we're going to sear that in. I've got julienne of tomato. I've got julienne of carrots, or onions, pardon me. Julienne of pepper. And I picked tricolor peppers. Let's get that in the pan. And I'm a freak for garlic, so it doesn't matter, 1, 2, 3, 4 cloves, get it in the pan. I can smell it. I've got everything going on. Now we're going to start on our sauce. This is how quick it is. I'm going to deglaze my pan with a little bit of vinegar. I love the apple cider vinegar. I'm going to deglaze it with a bit of white wine. If you wouldn't drink it, don't cook with it. I'm going to add a little bit of my hot sauce. That's Curly's hot sauce. And a little Worcestershire sauce. All right. Now, our fish is cooking, and fish cooks quick. We're going to finish our sauce here with a bit of ketchup, and please don't laugh at me, but this is our binding agent here. And there we go. It's kind of like a sweet and sour. I bet you can almost taste it right now. And this will thicken our sauce. And the hot sauce is absolutely up to you. You can omit that if you want. Our fish is just about ready. Our sauce is coming together. We'll just simmer. I'm just going to chop up a little bit of fresh parsley. I do recommend fresh if possible. The dehydrated, you can just omit that. And let's just chop, chop, chop. There we go. Beautiful. And how about a little more fresh squeezed lemon? I love the acidity. There we go. Look at that dish come together. Thank you so much today. This escovitch is just a beautiful dish. I'm Krista Van Wagner from Curly's. I want you to pass it on, join the Jamie Oliver revolution, and share this recipe with a friend. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Eating healthy is about feeling great, having a lot of energy, emotional well-being, and mental clarity. Be aware that the foods that we ultimately choose may lead to illness or disease. Remember, we are what we eat. Keep with the basics. Baked or grilled instead of fried. Remember, fried always is filled with breaded and unnecessary oils. Choices of salad dressing. Vinaigrettes instead of cream. Cream dressings have a lot higher fat. Salads are considered healthy, however, you can intentionally make it a food with a lot of extra calories. Portion size. Remember, meat especially should be the size of the palm of your hand. Steamed veggies or salad instead of fries or onion rings. Well, I think that's kind of obvious. These simple choices will help put you on a path to improving your lifestyle. I'm Dr. Jamie Brennan, giving you just a few hints for your health.
Thanks, Jamie. It's really all about making the right choice if you want to stay healthy these days. Jamie, any chance of getting some personal training?
What can I say to that? Coming up a bit later, we'll meet a fun group of ladies who are planning a trip to Tuscany very soon. Oh, I'm jealous. I'd like to go on that one. On the menu, it's all Italian when we invade their kitchen.
But first, let's see what's sizzling on the gridiron.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, I'm doing pretty good today.
Right. Ready to cook again or what?
I'm ready to eat, but I'll help cook, but I'm ready to eat.
Let's get cooking. Okay, today we're going to be doing veal and shrimp sopressata. Ready to get started?
I like it, let's do
All
it.
right, do you want to work and dredge the veal?
Sure.
All right, just kind of lightly in the flour. I'm going to get the pan rolling. Okay. Just coat it both on both sides.
I don't like coat it too much.
Bring it right over and we'll just get right in here.
Ooh,
Just give it 1 second there, make sure it's...
Wow, feels good.
Jimbo, while the veal's cooking, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you've been doing in the community these days?
Hunter Soap. We had a great medical symposium this past summer. We had over 50 families from all over the country come in that have kids affected with either Krabbe's disease or a form of leukodystrophy. And we have 10 scientists that have moved from Italy, and they've come to Buffalo, and now they are doing all the scientific work on trying to make a difference. The myelin repair, which not only affects kids with Krabbe leukodystrophy, is what my son had, but also MS, stroke. So when you're trying to work on one, you might be able to, find something, that miracle that can cure a lot of people. But we've been so very, very busy.
Okay, we're going to move on here a little bit. We're going to take our veal and pop that into the oven.
Into the oven?
Into the oven.
Oh, cool.
Just so that finishes cooking. Now we're going to get started with our shrimp and sopressata.
Okay. As you well know, shrimp is one of my favorites.
Yes, and we're going to add some spinach.
It's kind of interesting you're saying that spinach. This is something that young kids, as I was, really didn't like spinach as a kid, but I love it now.
Oh,
the older you get, your palate changes.
Yep. Okay. Okay, and we're going to put in some artichoke hearts.
What is that? I'm looking to see what else you're adding to this.
Oh, we're going to have a nice little sopressata. Nice little dry cured Italian salami.
And what did you call that?
Sopressata.
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 You got to be able to say it. Here's some of the things that I know I've gotten from you before and Dennis is some different ingredients, the quick ones. These only take probably 5 minutes to do.
Right.
Have everything prepared. It's not like sitting and putting some in the oven and have to wait 45 minutes for it. This is something you can do quick, and it's tasty.
Well, in the restaurant business, and when I get home and my wife wants dinner, she wants it quickly, so I gotta be quick. So everything's quick for us, quick with us at home.
That's what I heard.
Okay, I'm gonna put in a little bit of white wine. Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
And that's for flavor? A little flavor, or what's
absolutely.
that?
And then a little bit of Veal's marinara sauce.
Of course.
This is just about done.
That smells so good.
The Sopressata really brings out some nice little flavor profile with the shrimp. Timbo, we almost forgot. We got to do a little shaved pecorino.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
For more information on my two charities, log on to jimkelly.com, check out Hunter's Hope, and also check out Kelly for Kids. We do make a difference.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new fence, railing, or deck, call the Vinyl Outlet today. This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, television, video, DVD. You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out keyvideo.com, Buffalo's premier television and video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it. Scripting, shooting, editing, we call it concept to completion, and we're ready to work for you. For your business, for all of life's events. Call, click, or visit Key Video today.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel, where value meets excitement. With 4,000 of the newest slots and biggest jackpots, 100 action-packed table games, award-winning restaurants, live entertainment, superior guest service, and a players club that makes every visit even more rewarding. Your winning destination, Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel. Excitement worth sharing.
Come in for a great time at Alton's. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Remember, if you'd like any of the recipes you've seen on the show this week,
or you want to learn more about the restaurants that are featured, just visit us at comedinewithme.wny.com. There you'll find information on upcoming events. You can even download valuable discounts and coupons from some of our featured restaurant sites.
right now, let's head over to our kitchen invasion and see if the chefs can teach me something about homemade Italian cooking.
We'll see about that.
Well, my husband led me to Buffalo. We met on Long Island. He was actually in school with my brother. We moved into this area because my husband actually grew up in this neighborhood. So we loved the neighborhood and liked the house, just didn't love the house. So redoing the kitchen was sort of in the plans for me since we moved into the house. Julie at Artisan was wonderful. She helped steer me in a lot of good directions in terms of what to pick out and how to organize the kitchen, picking out cabinetry and granite. I also had a lot of help designing the kitchen with my friends who will be joining me today.
Oh, Allison's just a sweetheart. She gets along with everyone.
Just a good, kind
easygoing. She doesn't have anything bad to say about anything. Her husband is equally as nice. We get along really well as couples.
We have so much fun together. I can always count on them if I need something. You know, we've all gone through some things in our lives, and they've always been there for me.
This was just going to be another extension of another good time that we're going to have together.
The ladies are getting ready to have a trip to go to Tuscany, and we wanted to send them off with some real Italian food so that when they got there, they would feel at home. Marco did his beans and greens with the scarole.
One of my absolute favorites. Just escarole lettuce, cooked with some cannellini beans and some olive oil, onions and garlic. Finish it with some Grana Romano cheese. Doesn't get any better.
Krista did her saddle of pork, which is aristo a mele.
Well, it was a tour of Tuscany, and I always like pork. I call it the other white meat. I was really excited to serve this as the middle course. It's simple, and it's beautiful, and it reminds me of the old kiss theory.
And then, of course, I did the traditional pappardelle pasta with the homemade Bolognese sauce.
We're doing Tuscan cooking today. I'm with my new friend Lisa, who told me she wants to be Italian. So we're gonna change the spelling of your name to L-A-S-A, like Lazza, like lasagna.
Lazza.
You like it?
Lazza, yeah.
Lasagna fit, you know, she's a little cheesy.
Marco was really funny. He was a goofball. I like goofy people that make me laugh.
I showed my new friend Lasagna how to cut up the escarole. All I'm gonna do is just run my knife through it. I'm gonna knock everything off the table as I do it.
Okay.
You wanna cut it up in cubes. Rinse it off with some warm water so that it welts a little bit. Now our next step. Ready, Lasagna?
Ready.
All right, we got our pan heated to a medium to high heat because we're gonna saute, so we're gonna put a little Italian baptism water in there. And I lied to you, I told you medium to high heat, this thing is smoking. Sorry. Hang on, don't put that in there. You don't want it to be too hot though, that pan, you don't want it to be too hot. And take two, let's try that again. So that was really hot, so I didn't know, this stove is amazing, but we're gonna start with some Italian baptism water. We're gonna throw a little onion in there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you my rubber spoon over there.
All right.
And you're gonna stir it around a little bit. Olive oil, garlic sauteed, little chicken stock, white wine, cannellini beans, and escarole. So that was super simple, wasn't it? Really easy.
Really easy.
And it's so fresh and easy. Put it on your table tonight, please.
Okay.
Come down with me, Western New York.
We're good about it.
That's really good.
That's awesome. And hot. Holy cow.
That's really hot.
I am so happy to be here today, Allison.
I'm so excited to have you.
It's a tour of Tuscany, I hear.
It is.
How's that sound? So we're doing the second course, and this is a rista di male. Can you say that with me?
A rista di male.
When I went to the butcher, I asked him to release the pork loin from the bone, but then tie it back up. It roasts better, it adds flavor to it. Then what we did was I made like a paste with fresh garlic, salt, and rosemary and the Cuisinart. I rubbed that pork loin down. So we want to really stuff that in there. And you see how I just tied it back up? Now let this rest about 2 hours before, and you can leave it covered right in the fridge. Boy, is that flavor or what?
Oh, Krista was just great. She gave me some good tips. She was really fun.
Roasted it in the oven, 375 degrees for about an hour and a half. Pull it out and let it rest 15 to 20 minutes before you cut into it. So all the juices will stay in there. That's important. What I wanted to finish it with an Italian-style salsa verde with garlic, capers, the anchovies in there, but nobody will know. So don't even tell them about it. And finished it with parsley and lemon juice, and then streamed slowly olive oil into the Cuisinart. I'm serving that on the side for, you know, a little kick. Beautiful job. Thank you.
Good job.
High five.
Thanks.
Me being the consummate professional, I got the privilege of working with not just one beautiful lady, but two exceptionally beautiful women. So, but that would be a natural thing. I mean, that wasn't even up for discussion, you know. Okay, ladies, we're gonna make a classic Bolognese sauce. I know you're getting ready to go to Tuscany. We want to kind of get you in the mood, so we're going to do something real quick, real easy, very, very, very traditional type of a dish. You want to get started? Well, first you take some olive oil, put it in a nice hot pan. You want to render down some pancetta. After it becomes nice and brown, you want to add a sofrito, which is onions, carrots, and celery. Then we added some ground beef, veal, and pork.
He was awesome. So friendly, outgoing, made it fun, interesting. I learned so much.
Okay, now we're going to add the fresh garlic. Now that's fresh roasted garlic. That really adds, again, another level and another depth of flavor.
Cooking with Art was amazing, and I've learned quite a bit, and the garlic is going to stay with me for quite a while.
Added some San Marzano tomatoes. We had a little tomato paste for thickness, a little tomato sauce for some depth. We added some fresh oregano, fresh thyme, butter, cream, salt, pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg, which are traditional in the Bolognese sauce. Let it simmer, add a little Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, brought it to the plate for presentation, made it real true Italian.
One word that would describe today was just unforgettable.
It was outstanding.
Well, everything was delicious, and I just had so much fun making it and working with the chefs and spending the day with my friends.
It's just another great friend moment, more bonding, and so much fun to cook together.
It was great. It was fun to cook and learn different little tricks and figure out what ingredients you can use to make something quick and easy.
This will definitely prepare us for our trip to Italy.
And as we say at the end of every meal, chi mangi bene, vive bene, which means he who eats well lives well. If you eat Tuscany food or homemade Italian, it's a beautiful thing.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products. And by Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. Be my guest. Let us do the rest. Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
If you've been in an accident, look no further than Ventura's CarStar Collision.
After all, we look at your situation from both sides.
Part of you wants certified technicians who use the industry's most advanced equipment.
The other part wants an incredible staff to help you with insurance, estimates, and car rentals.
At Ventura's CarStar Collision, we give you the best of both worlds.
We'll work together to get you rolling again.
Mrs. Mangione, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.
We're back. Well, Jan, I thought we had a terrific show this week. But before we go, as we've been saying over the weeks, let's support our local restaurants. They are the finest restaurants in the country. What do you think, Jan?
I totally agree, Russ. Right now, I'm headed to Molinaro's Restaurante in Lockport for that world-famous stuffed pepper roll for the game. Can't wait.
Sounds great. Well, we have the greatest restaurants in the area, believe me or not. Molinaro's is one of them, and there's quite a few that we will be talking about in the future.
Absolutely right, Russ. And next week, we'll be back here on Channel 7, 11:30 a.m. We hope you join us then. For everybody here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Russ Salvatore. Time to stick a fork in it, Jan, because we are done.